Hello everyone, video number 13, okay, 1-3. Now today our topic is direct and indirect objects. Okay, mostly students are confused with direct and indirect objects. So I want you all to pay attention and listen carefully. Okay, so that there is no confusion. Try to understand. Direct and indirect objects. Look at this sentence. Meera gave Hira the book. Meera gave Hira the book. Now you can see in this sentence 3 words are highlighted. That is Meera, Hira and book. Now if I ask you that who gave the book? If I ask this question, who gave the book? As you can see in this sentence, Meera gave the book. Meera gave Hira the book. So if I ask you who gave the book, the answer will be Meera. So Meera is subject. Why Meera is subject? Because Meera is the doer of the action. Okay? Now if I ask what did Meera give to Hira? If I ask you this question, what did Meera give to Hira? The answer will be book. Okay. So book will be direct object. And why book will be direct object? Because book is the receiver of the action. I repeat, Meera is the subject because Meera is doing the action, and book is direct object because book is the receiver of the action. And the easy way to find out which is direct object and which is indirect object, you will simply ask the question that what did Meera give to Hira, and you will get the answer book. So book is direct object. Now what is this Hira? As you can see that Hira is also highlighted. So if I ask you to whom did she give the book? If I ask to whom did Meera give the book? What will be the answer? Hira. So Hira is indirect object. Meera subject, Hira indirect object, book direct object. Meera subject because Meera is doing the action. Meera is doer of the action. Book is direct object. Why direct object? Because book is the receiver of the action. Now Hira is what? I told you Hira is indirect object. Because why Hira is indirect object? You have to ask the question to whom did Meera give the book, and you will automatically get the answer to Hira, and Hira will be indirect object. Okay, once again see this with a help of you can say this picture. Okay, Meera gave Hira the book. This was the sentence. See, Meera subject, gave, what is gave? Verb. Hira indirect object. Why Hira is indirect object? Because Hira answers the question to for whom. So indirect object will answer the question to whom and for whom. Whenever you have confusion in identifying that what is direct object and which is indirect object, you ask yourself in that sentence, what question you will ask? To whom and for whom. So in this sentence, to whom the book was given? The book was given to Hira. So Hira will be indirect object. Book direct object. Okay, why direct object? Because direct object answers the question what or whom. So if you will ask the question what was given, what was given? Book. So book will be direct object. Okay, Suppose if you change this sentence, Meera gave Hira the book. Suppose this sentence is changed. Meera gave the book to Hira. In this sentence also, Meera will be the subject, gave will be the verb, Hira will be indirect object. Why Hira will be indirect object? Because in this sentence also you see, if you ask the question to whom the book was given, what will be the answer? Hira. And I told you that for identifying indirect object, always ask the question to whom and for whom. So to whom and for whom, the answer will be Hira, and Hira will be indirect object. If you ask the question what was given, okay, because for direct object you have to ask the question what was given. Book was given, so book will be direct object. So we learn that the doer of the action is the subject. In this sentence, who was the doer? Meera. The direct object is the receiver of the action. In this sentence, who was the receiver? This book. The answer will be book was direct object. It answers the question what or whom. I told you, you have to ask the question to yourself what or whom for direct object. The indirect object receives the direct object. This was direct and this was indirect. So who was receiving the direct object? Hira was receiving the direct object. So the indirect object receives the direct object. And for identifying indirect object, what question you will ask? You will ask, it answers the question to whom or for whom. Okay, so in this question, in this sentence, what question you will ask? To whom the book was given? And the answer will be Hira. So Hira will be indirect object. Hope I am clear, and if I am not, once again you go through this video and we will understand this better with the help of more examples and by doing more exercises. So let's move to exercise. See, this is page number 11 and exercise B. Page number 11 and exercise B. What you have to do, read the sentences given below, circle the subjects, underline the direct object and cross out the indirect object. Okay, so I will discuss one or two questions from this exercise. Rest you will try. Okay, unless you try you will not understand, because I know student this is bit complicated. Okay, not complicated, sometimes students get confused in direct and indirect object, but if you ask the question as I taught you, it will be very easy to identify that which is direct object and which is indirect object. Okay, let's take this question number 3. The sentence is, the teacher read a story to the class. Okay, the teacher read a story to the class. Now you have to do what? You have to circle the subject. As you know, the teacher is the doer of the action in this sentence. So the teacher will be subject. Now see, I have underlined story. Why I have underlined story? Because they have told to underline direct object. So story is direct object. Now cross out indirect object. I have crossed out this class. Class is indirect object. Now I will explain you how. The teacher, this is very easy. You can easily identify that the teacher is subject because the teacher is the doer of the action. Then I taught you for identifying direct object, what question you will ask? What the teacher read? What the teacher read? The answer will be story. So whenever it answers what, story will be direct object. Now what is indirect object? Class. If you ask the question for whom, the teacher read the story for whom, the answer will be class. And whenever it answers for whom, class. So class will be indirect object. Next. Question number 4. Payal bought a new dress for the party. In this sentence you see Payal is again the subject and I have circled Payal because Payal is the doer of the action. Now new dress underlined. Why? Because this dress is direct object. Okay, you can also only underline dress. Dress is direct object. And if what I have crossed out, party. Party is indirect object. Now how? Let us understand. Payal, doer of the action. So Payal is subject. If you ask the question, what she bought? What she bought? Dress. So dress will be direct object. As I told you, it will answer the question what. So what she bought? Dress. Dress will be direct object. And if you ask the question for whom or for what she bought the dress, she bought the dress for the party. So party will be indirect object. This. Question number 5. Subhash is making lunch for his parents. Subhash is the doer of the action. So Subhash will be subject. Okay, I have circled Subhash. If you ask the question what he is making. Okay, what he is making? Lunch. I told you direct object answers the question what. What he is making? Lunch. So lunch will be direct object. I have underlined lunch. If you ask the question for whom he is making the lunch, it is his parents. So parents, I have crossed it out. Why? Because parents is indirect object. Okay. So other questions please try and do. But this exercise, no need of doing it in copy. You do this exercise in book only. This is page number 11. Page number 11. Do the exercise in book only. So I will discuss the other exercises in my next video. Thank you.